It's racing, reading, rainbow. Yeah, anyway. Today we're going to talk about racing books and some good reading for those of you out there who want to learn more about getting better at your racing skill and also more about the motorsports industry. A lot of people think that racing is just hopping in a car and driving, and in reality, we sometimes have to do homework too. When I was getting ready to run the longest race in the history of Indianapolis Motor Speedway, I actually didn't have time to get in the car. The car was in another part of the country. I wasn't going to have time to practice in it. All of my training had to be done outside of the car. So there was a lot of physical training, working out, exercising, nutrition, simulator training, and I had to do a lot of reading. There was a lot of homework. I would read books about technique, books about preparation, and then I would go and do those things. I'd either hop on a simulator and try things out that were technique related or workout related, things like that that I could add to my normal exercise routine. So reading is a big part of it, and there's a lot of resources out there that are really good for people that want to learn. And we're going to go through a few of them today. And I'm probably going to break this up into a couple videos. So this will be kind of a short video compared to some of our other ones. But I think I want to do 3 books on this video, and then we'll do 3 in the next video. They're going to be more related to budget racing. So if you're interested in getting started in racing and you don't have a lot of money, you may want to look out for that next video, because the next video will talk about things that you can do to get the most out of your limited resources, which is something that I don't care what level of racing you're at, is something that's important. We're all strapped for cash. We're all begging our sponsors for money and trying to figure out how to do more with a lot less. That's part of the industry. So but today I want to look at some books that are more focused on developing you as a driver and focusing more on the career aspects, what you need to know really to get started. But they will get into some of the technical stuff as well. In fact, the first book I want to talk about very much gets into the technique of racing. And I want to start out with this one because of the ones that I've read personally, this one is the one that I go back to the most often. I really find the most helpful from a technique standpoint. And many of you may have seen this. This is fairly common. You might have seen this in someone's bag at the track or on someone's shelf at their house. It's very, very popular. It's very, very well received. And it is Ultimate Speedcigarettes by Ross Bentley. So Ross Bentley is well known among the motorsports community for his coaching techniques and his advice. He actually has several books. This is probably the one that you'll see the most often. I find this one super, super helpful. This is in my bag all the time. I'm never too far from this book. It's a really good book. It's a nice book. It's got this really nice cover on it. It's a soft cover, but it's robust. It's not just a typical paper cover. So it's nice if you want to throw it in your bag. It's not going to get ruined. But I would a lot of times read things in this book that were things I needed to work on from a technique standpoint, then immediately run over to the simulator and try those things out to make sure that I was doing them correctly and understood them. And since I was not able, for my race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, I was not able to practice. I wasn't going to have access to the car until race weekend. That was hugely important for me to be able to get those things down pat, so that once I got into the car, all I had to worry about was learning the dynamics of the car and not having to focus on my technique and my racecraft and things like that. So I highly recommend this book. Cover price on this book is about $30. I believe I saw this on sale on Amazon for about $20 recently. Of course, depending on when you're watching this video, that may change. One of the things that I think is a really strong point in this book is really well illustrated. A lot of very good technical diagrams here. Just about anywhere you flip. I think this was a chapter on heel toe shifting and or shift technique. There's a lot of really good chapters on how you properly take a corner, corner entry, mid corner, corner exit, how to pick the most important corners on a track. It does also get into other aspects of racing. It'll get into the business side of it as well a little bit. It'll get into the physical preparation of exercising, things like that. Mental part of it. It really is quite comprehensive. You can spend a lot of time on this book and going back and rereading it again and again and again. So this is going to be our first recommendation for the C Squared Racing Book Club. There's no sticker, Sorry. But definitely, we'll put a link. All the books we recommend, we'll have links down in the description for Amazon, where you can go and find them. And as I said, some of these are on sale. I think this one was, as I said, about $20. So first recommendation, Ultimate Speed Secrets, Ross Bentley. Go check it out. Okay, the next book I want to cover is less a book about technique and more a book about working on yourself as a driver and what does it take to be successful in motorsports. And that is going to be Race to Win by Daly. And the 7 essential skills of the complete champion. And Daly knows what he's talking about. Many of you may know Daly. He's, if you're an older race fan, he had a career in Formula One. Younger folks may recognize him from his local broadcast work before the Indianapolis 500, and you may also recognize the name because his son is Connor Daly, who's probably most well known for his time in IndyCar. And we also got a chance to autocross against Connor Daly one time, so he definitely a racing family, and Derek has spent a lot of time passing on what he knows to the next generation. In fact, there is something called the Derek Daly Academy that you can look up if you're interested. And they kind of do a similar to what we do with the C-Squared Racing Development Program, except Derek's got some more resources that we don't have. I don't think his service is free like ours. But if you're really serious and you want to invest the time and the funds, you may want to look up the Derek Daly Academy. We went to a seminar years ago, which is where I got this copy of the book. This is my personal signed copy, and it's a good book. I'll read for you from the table of contents what the seven skills are, because he goes through each one in its own chapter. The champion's pyramid balance, talent identification, technical setup knowledge, communications, mental skills, physical fitness, and desire and commitment. And there you go. You don't have to read the book now. I just told you everything you need to know. But if you do want to have a little more detailed explanation, again, this one is also available on Amazon. Cover price is about $30. I believe saw this one on sale as well. So you want to check that out because I think you can get it a little bit cheaper than the cover price. But this is another good one. This is the hardcover. But this is a good book too, and like I said, this gets into more about what you need mentally to make it in the world of racing. So a good complement. Most of the books that we're going to talk about in these videos will complement each other. So you could read all of these, and they will all give you something that the other ones don't, and they will all work together. So a lot of them, coincidentally, have blurbs from Mario Andretti. So that's a good thing. So Race to Win, Derek Daly. That's our second recommendation for the C-Squared Racing Book Club. Last book we're going to do today is a little different. I don't want to say a little different. We've only done 2 other books. But this one is not a how-to book. It's not how to get sponsorship, how to take a corner, how to downshift properly. This is more a book for people that are looking for inspiration, looking for a story, a path that they can follow. And this one's special to me because it's written by a friend of mine, and that is The Outside Groove by Kristian Aleixo. Kristian has a pretty amazing story. A lot of people think that in racing you have to be sort of blessed with that silver spoon in your mouth, that you have to have family connections, or that you have to have some lucky break in the sport. Kristian had none of that. This was a man that has made it through everything from family tragedy, being homeless for a period of time. He was served in our military for a period of time. And then when he got out of the military, decided to start his racing career, and he didn't have any of those connections or any of those resources. He started from scratch, as much as a person can start from scratch, and made his way up through. And he's still working his way through his career. The story is still ongoing. I'm expecting a sequel to this in a few years, after he has won many races and championships. But he does a lot of public speaking around Indianapolis and other places. He's got an incredibly inspirational story. from just from his childhood on, even to what he's doing today. He does a lot for people, a lot for kids and things like that. So really, really great guy. So I don't just mean to fluff him up, but the book is also very good. Co-written here with Braxton and Cosby, as you can see on the cover. It's just an amazing story. Like I said, it's if you think you can't overcome an obstacle, I dare you to read this book and then continue to say that to yourself, because this guy proves that you can overcome anything if you just refuse to give up. I know that seems very, you hear that a lot, and truthfully, the plot of this man's life sounds like a corny movie, but it's true. He's done everything in this book, and he really is an inspirational guy, and he does for people who are struggling to make something out of nothing. This is a really great story to get an example of a man who's done it. So I highly recommend this one. This is also available on Amazon. I think this one was about $15 on Amazon, and also available on Kindle as well. So check this one out. I highly recommend this one. This one's going to be the third book on our C Squared Racing book club list. And so thanks for watching today. I hope that these books provide you some help, and that you enjoy reading them, and that they help you start or advance or grow your career. We think they're really great books. We believe in them a lot. So we're not being paid to promoting these books, by the way, just in case anybody's wondering. These are simply books from our personal collection that we like. If you have books that we didn't talk about that you think would be great, that you want to recommend and that you'd like us to review, go ahead and put those in the comments below and we'll check them out. We'll see if maybe we can get a copy, and maybe we can talk about those in future videos. Definitely be on the lookout for our next video. We're going to try and post about every week. So in a week or two, we'll post another video with part 2. We'll go through another few books. They're going to be focused, as I said earlier, more on the budget side of racing. So if people are cost conscious, want to race without breaking the bank, we'll have some books that will help you understand that. And before I go, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to a young man, Hunter Carsten, who is one of the new members of our development program. He is just starting out. We've been working with him a little bit, trying to help him get his sponsorship proposals together to send out to people. We're trying to help him find resources. He's been getting a lot of help from some other great people too. So we're following his career right now and hoping to see him start to grow. It's a lot of fun working with him. And if you would like to support him and check him out, he has his own YouTube channel. He is also on Twitter and Instagram, and I believe Snapchat. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hunter. Comment in the link below if I got any of that wrong. But his last name is spelled Carstens, I think. If I said that wrong, correct me, Hunter. But look him up. He's on a number of those social media sites, and I know he's trying to chronicle his path into racing. So hopefully he can be a success story for us going forward. So we're enjoying working with him. We're proud to be associated with him, and go check him out. And if you'd like to be a part of our development program, if you're someone who has a passion, wants to start racing but doesn't know where to start, contact us. You can either comment below, or you can reach out to us on one of our social media sites. We're also on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm on Twitter as well. You can always contact me on Twitter at Jason Camps. We'll put all the profile names below so that you can get a hold of us, and just DM me if you or if you're a parent who has a kid that you think needs some help. Go ahead and let us know, and we'd be more than happy to provide you some advice and send you some information and things like that. So we're hoping to grow that program pretty soon. We're hoping to make some announcements here over the next couple of months about some new things that we are going to be able to do with that program. But go ahead and jump in with us now. We would love to have you as part of our team now and definitely in the future. Everybody needs help getting started. I did, and there were some people that really opened the door for me to get into racing, and we want to be there to provide that same advantage for other people who have a passion for racing like we did. So so let us know. And on that, I will end this video. And thanks for coming with us. Please help the channel out by liking and subscribing our videos. We would appreciate that. And look for us again a week from now. We should be posting another video. So we'll see you then. And see you on the next lap. Bye, everybody.